Hey, how's it going? Today, you and I are going to be unboxing the Ninja Foodi Smart XL Pro Air Oven. The claims are that this thing might be able to outperform the conventional oven that you have in your kitchen already. In this video, we're going to do a first look and find out how it claims to be able to do that. So you ready? Let's get into this. Just a quick note, this video is designed to be an unboxing and first look. We're going to open up the box, see what you get, do a quick demo, and maybe even do some sound checking. But we're not going to be doing a full product review because we need a couple of weeks playing with this thing in order to give you a really good, honest opinion. Anyway, with that being said, let's get to it. This is the Ninja Foodi Smart XL Pro Air Oven. That's a lot of words, and this is a lot of box. In fact, this thing is like 50 pounds or something. Be kind of interesting to see how big this oven really is because sometimes these boxes sort of hide the story. There's a picture of the oven. It's got a smart cooking system, meaning that it's got a probe that you put into your meat so you don't have to guess at temperature. And judging by this, you can cook a whole chicken and have a second tray in there at the same time. So that's pretty freaking cool. Very powerful machine at 1800 watts, and that probably goes into the reason why it can preheat in 90 seconds. Looks like the oven's got 10 different functions on it. And because of this true surround convection, Ninja claims that you don't have to remove trays and rotate them. It will just cook all the way around stuff without you having to touch it. That'll be interesting to see. Ninja also claims that this is an oven with more convection power than a built-in oven. In fact, 10 times the power? What? That might be a little bit harder to believe, and I would imagine that would have a lot to do with what oven you already have in your house because they're all different. Okay, here's a list of a bunch of features of the oven along with some of the things that the oven comes with in the box. You got 2 wire racks, 2 sheet pans, a roasting tray, 2 air fry baskets, and also that Foodi smart thermometer. Some additional things to note about the actual oven is that it uses infrared heating elements. The fan on the inside of the oven is 7-inch and it can produce up to 130 CFM. CFM stands for cubic feet per minute, and 130 is pretty darn high for a convection oven. I just kind of wonder how loud the thing is, but since that fan is 7 inches, maybe not so bad. Also, another thing to note is that all these controls are built onto the handle, which I really like. That means you can use the entire space of the oven to put stuff in, and you don't need to reserve an area at the top for the control panel. And over here you can see a couple of things. Looks like some air frying going down right there. 2 pizzas being cooked at the same time. Mixed meals. And you got a rundown about how the fans work inside the machine. Alright, enough of this nonsense. Let's get this box open. I can't really stress how big this box really is. I mean, you can't really see the sheer size of it on camera. I mean, there's my phone right there, if that kind of helps. But if this thing takes up even 3/4 of the box, it's going to be massive. With the amount of accessories that come with this though, I'm going to say it's probably pretty big. And yes, this box looks absolutely disgusting. And I don't know why it came like this, but whatever. In any case, opening up these boxes is always fun. I know I say it in every single video, but I mean it in every single video too. I've had plenty of things that I've unboxed that I really haven't cared too much for. But the one common denominator is that it's always fun to do because it reminds me of Christmas time. In fact, have you ever opened up a Christmas present and you had a lot more fun opening the damn thing up than you actually did using it? Or you opened it and you never used it because you hated it? Well, at least you get a little bit of enjoyment out of this part. Not to mention, if you get one and you hate it, you can use this video to learn how to box it back up and send it back. Looks like Ninja Test Kitchen's got a complete cookbook for this machine. That might be kind of fun to get. Looks like you got some other accessories you can get for this thing too, including a cutting board, muffin pan, a casserole, and also a dehydrating kit. Of course, they've got to have extra accessories that are probably out of stock. Just like everything else over on their website. Power cable, it's got a little 90-degree turn on it. I like that because it'll let this thing sit more flush against your wall too. Okay, what do we got? Got a box. Oh, cool. Lots of stuff. There's our thermometer right here. Pretty nice long cord on it too. See? that'll plug in your oven. That cord is super long. That's really nice because this oven is super big. You notice on one side of this thing, it's got a little stainless steel plate on it. That probably means that this docks onto the side of your oven someplace out of the way. And this is dirty as heck. What the hell is that all about? Let me clean that. There you go, much better. How that got dirty like that, I don't know. And I don't want to know, really. All right, next up, we got some books. First, we got our user manual. It's got all your operating instructions in it, safety information, warnings, and there's a ton of warnings. Look at this. There's 48 of them. Might have to read through that thing. There's parts list. There's some information about the control panel and how to use it. Some cleaning information, what kind of oils they recommend using and what kind of oils they recommend not using, and also some troubleshooting here in the back. So this is important to keep. Don't lose it. You're going to want to be able to refer back to it just in case you need help. And yes, that is laying on the ground now, and my dumb butt has to go pick it up in a second. So the things I do trying to get a smirk out of you. Okay, this is the Ninja Foodi little recipe guide. And I really like these. They come with a lot of the Ninja stuff. They give you a really good rundown of how to use the machine, what functions to use, which rack settings to put everything onto, and also some really great food. For instance, like this cilantro lime chicken wings. They even show you how to line these on your basket to get the most effective cooking too. If you get one of these machines, it's a good idea to look through this book. You're gonna see a lot of food that you wouldn't typically eat normally, but you'll see it in here and you will kind of get a wild hair up your butt to go ahead and make it. There's a recipe for some focaccia bread. That looks pretty good. Yeah, those loaded potatoes look great too. Okay, this thing I'm not gonna throw because I really don't wanna lose it, so I will very carefully put this down. Okay, do we have next here? Well, that's pretty. There's our roasting tray, and it also shows you how to use it. So you got your roasting tray right here, then that goes on a sheet pan, and then that goes on top of a wire rack. And they also have down here what types of things they recommend using this for. Tell you, they did a nice job packing this stuff. Probably where half of the weight of this is. Okay, there's our sheet pan. And if we're using that with our roasting tray, that would just sit on there just like that. Okay, and tray number 2. They're giving me a lot of stuff with this. I dig that. I really, really do. In fact, a few weeks back, I reviewed their new pressure cooker, and I was complaining that they didn't even give you a rack with it. And in this, they're pretty much giving you everything you can possibly need. So I really, really think that's cool. But this stuff can come off. And this is just really super hard reinforced cardboard. It just sits around the edges of this to protect the sides of the machine. So I'll tell you what, if this has got dents on it and stuff, when I take it out of here, I'm gonna be super disappointed. And I really wouldn't blame it on Ninja because it looks like they're doing everything they can to keep that from becoming an issue. Guess we gotta try to get this whole thing out of here. Wow, it's heavy. Here we go. Good Lord Almighty. And here's the oven. Get a better look at this guy. It's not so bad now. It's getting lighter as we go along. That box was a lot of the weight. And that box was also a lot of the size too. I'll tell you what, nice looking machine. Let's look around the outside first. We've got stainless steel exterior, and this looks like a full stainless steel exterior. Yeah, I like it. Here's the control panel I was telling you about. Here's all the functions and stuff right on here. Pretty neat. Right down underneath here is where the probe actually connects to. And if we look around the sides of the machine, yeah, just all stainless everywhere. And on the back, there's a big old bump back here, so this thing really does require a lot of space. It's got some bumpers down here also, so you can't push this all the way up against your wall. Otherwise, you're going to be cutting off circulation to this fan back here. Here's our power information, 120 volts, 1800 watts. And then on this side, same as the other side. And then we're back to the front again. Interesting enough, I didn't see any place to put our probe. So I don't know if I'm missing where this goes or if it's someplace else. The power cord on this thing, that's about your standard length of a power cord. Call that 3 feet. So not great, not terrible, just kind of standard. And as far as the exterior measurements go, we're talking about 17 inches wide, 13.5 inches tall. And the depth is where this is going to get kind of big just because of that big bump in the back. But we're looking at about 20.25. So, you know, it's a big footprint, but it wasn't the footprint I was expecting based on the box size. Okay, let's see what we got inside here. Little insert about how to use some of the stuff. That's glass right there. All right, looks like we got stainless rack number 1. Stainless rack number 2. Air fry basket number 1 right here. And I like the design on this. It's very similar to what Typher uses. And that's because the basket goes all the way to the edges here. So it's using every tiny little bit of space that it can. This appears to be stainless steel also. Another air fry basket. Tell you what, man, they're giving you some stuff. That's for sure. Okay, down here. Looks like we got our crumb tray. This isn't stainless, it's an aluminum with some sort of coating on the top of it. Feels good though. And that just goes down here underneath the heating elements. And you can see those right down here. Also, if you look back in there, you can see that huge fan. So now if you wanted to talk about maximum usable space on the inside of your oven, we'll just go back from the back to the front where the door shuts. And we're gonna call that about 11.5 inches deep. We'll go from the ends of these bumps right here. So that is just about 14 inches. And for the height, we're gonna have to put one of these baskets in here in the bottom, just so I have something to measure off of. And that is looking like, we'll call that 8.25 inches tall. And you can see that is a lot of space. Oh, and I think I figured out where this thing goes. You just stick it right on the side of your oven like that because it's magnetic. Personally, I think this kind of looks a little bit hoopty. I don't know. There's worse things in the world. I would have preferred them to have a little cutout someplace on this machine where this could stow though, because I think that would have just looked a little bit more slick, but whatever. Wouldn't be a deal breaker for me anyway. Okay, but now we can take a quick look at our control panel. So there is your power button right there. Here's all the functions in the machine. You got whole roast, air fry, bake, dehydrate, broil, toast, bagel, pizza, and reheat. Each function you select will change what happens right over here also. So for instance, if I'm on toast, it shows slices and shade. I can change those with the time and temperature buttons over here. And it also tells you what level to put your rack. So it's at level 3. So that would be this level right here. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. Very simple. Now, if I change these functions, it should change all this other stuff. So if I go over here to broil, there's time and temperature. So you can use your time and change that like that. Temperature is going to be basically a high or a low on the broil. And you can see that the rack levels changed to 3 now instead of 2. And then we can cycle through these, and all of them you can see changes the functions over here. And it looks like everything goes on rack level 3 until you hit whole roast, in which case it goes down to rack number 1 because you need as much space as possible to fit that sucker in there. Now over here, if I was doing an air fry, for instance, I can actually change this to 2 levels. So if I were to hit this 2 level button right there, it's going to tell me to use level 2 and level 4 for the air fry trays. That's a really nice touch. Right down here we have a light button. Don't know if that will make the light stay on permanently or whether it goes off in 30 seconds or so. We'll find out soon enough. There's your start and stop button on the end. And then everything else right here is for the smart cooking feature. And that is where this guy comes in. So if I were to plug in the probe, it should switch over to that. Once I plug that in, you can see that the probe is set right there. And then I can start using these buttons here. So if I go to the presets, there's beef, there's chicken, pork, and fish. If I were to maybe say beef, Then I can change the doneness. So if I want beef, but I want it medium, I can change this here, and that will set all of the target temperatures for me on this. So I would stick this into the meat, and the machine would run and change all the settings for me automatically to get that beef to come out at 140 degrees. Very, very cool, and it makes it really hard to overcook your meat. So what do you say we do a quick cooking demo? I've got some chicken breasts in the fridge. I'm gonna season those up and I'll be right back.
2,000 years later.
Okay, we'll open this up. Got our chicken ready to go right here, and we're gonna use the probe. We'll connect this right up over here. Okay, so I wanna roast this, so I'm gonna change this setting to air roast, and then we're going to go to the preset for chicken. You can see that it is already set for 165 degrees because that is what it wants to cook this at. Anyway, that's really it for the settings. All we gotta do is start this sucker up. And since we got this going, let's do a quick sound check. About 53 decibels or so from the front. Let's try the back of the machine. Yeah, we'll call that 60 decibels. Now, all we gotta do is wait. Hey, by the way, if this is your first time here and you wanna learn some cool new recipes, get some great cooking tips and tricks and all sorts of other kitchen related things, then start now by subscribing to the channel and clicking the notification bells so you never miss a thing. All right, let's see how these turned out. Well, that's looking super good. Nice and juicy. Can't wait to really start testing this thing. Yeah, see how it tastes. The Ninja Foodi Smart XL Pro Air Oven really is packed with a lot of features. And a lot of those features look like they're gonna be pretty darn cool. Over the next couple of weeks, I'm gonna be testing all kinds of different food in this thing, and once I have enough information, I'll be back with a full product review. If you'd like a little bit more information about it, I do have an Amazon affiliate link for it down in the description of the video. If you buy anything through those links, I do make a small commission, but it doesn't change the price that you pay, 1 cent. Hey, Joe's Phenomenal now has channel memberships. For most people, you can see a join button down below the video window that you can click and see what type of perks I'm offering. If you're using an iOS device, you might not be able to see it, and if that's the case, I do have a link down in the description of the video as well. If you like this video, but the Ninja Foodi isn't quite what you're looking for, I do have a playlist right here that's got unboxing and reviews for all kinds of other different countertop ovens. If you look in there, I bet you're gonna find something that's more your speed. Well, that's it for now. I hope to see you back again here really soon. And until that time, I'm Joe, and I hope you have a phenomenal day. Take it easy.